Hello and welcome to this XtremeRPM starting grid, episode 3 of this series. I'm Henrik as always with you, and as always again with me is Hugo, which is the man which normally does this with me.
Hello everybody, welcome to starting grid number 3. It is a pleasure to be with you, Henrik, once again. Today we also have Nuno Pinto from Lusitanian SR. Hello Nuno.
Hello guys.
I was gonna say, Hugo says it's always a pleasure to be with me, but he never says that in the team speak normally in Portuguese. But anyway, moving on. Today we have a 30 minutes episode. As always, we're gonna do this 30 minutes since the beginning, I think. But unfortunately, the second episode was 1 hour and 10 minutes, and I cannot explain what happened.
We were about 3 weeks without making an episode, so we made it a little bit longer. This will be around 30 minutes, at least we hope so. So let's get it on.
Yep, and we're gonna start to talk about Endurance Championship. Endurance Championship had its first race this weekend, or this last weekend. Saturday. The 6 hours of manicure was the first round, and Hugo, you were the race director, and you could hear my brother here on the background chatting about Minecraft, I think. Hugo, you have been commentating and race director, as Nuno Pinto was driver for Lusitanium, and he led most of the race, I think, on his stints. What do you guys have to say about that race?
Well, Nuno, you can speak about your race first.
Okay. Yes, it was a good race, I think. Lots of guys showed up for the race, so it was very good in that area.
Wow, that's how it ends a conversation, no. It was good. Point.
No. It was fun. For how can I say this? When I was driving, it was fun. When you were driving, it was fun because we were first, and then you changed place and you went to 5th or something. Yeah.
That didn't went well.
Exactly. Then I had a small problem. Then I started to recover the positions that I lost. And then I gave the car in one piece to my teammates, and then they had some problems, and that's it.
Yeah,
and we finished P5.
Yeah, you gave the car in one piece. The last driver brought it back in many pieces. Hugo, as race director, you should have more to say than that.
Yeah, maybe I will start my point of view about the race by making a small introduction. During the qualifying session on Wednesday, the teams that got the pole position for this race were on the LMP1 class 3 wide motorsport. They got the pole position on their class with Karsten Willem doing the fastest lap overall. For the LMP2 class, the Spirit Endurance got the pole position with Jérôme Decosne doing the fastest lap. And on the LMGT class, the new Italian team RFDT Racing got the pole position with Riccardo Corazzari on the wheel. Heading to the race on Saturday, from what I can remember from top of my head, it was a good start of the race. Close battles on track between 3 Wide Motorsport, Lusitanium SR, Triple One Racing. Project XTR was also doing a good job at the start of the race. That, of course, on the LMP1 class. On the LMP2, since the beginning of the race, we had Spirit Endurance and Simtech Jota going head-to-head for the first position. Spirit Endurance Hard, IRG World Racing, the Polish team, and the Project XTR were battling for the last position on the podium. That until the Project XTR had to retire due to engine failure. On the LMGTs, on the first hour of the race, RFDT Racing was leading, closely followed by 3 Wide Motorsport. Also, the Snowschatten Racing team on the Porsche was doing a very good job. Then we had the Spanish teams from Pro Race Simulation and Sinfrenos Racing team. The Hall brothers that did not qualify on Wednesday were also doing a very consistent race. These guys are not the fastest, but are one of the most consistent teams that we have on the LMGT class, and they did a very good race in the first couple of hours. Then we added to the last hours some lead changes due to the pit stops and some incidents. We had a couple of incidents during the race. I can remember a major incident between the LMP2 team RGPL, which crashed into the tire barriers.
Then it's not an incident; it's a crash.
Yeah, it's a race incident either way. But
and they weren't the only ones.
Yeah, they crashed into the tire barriers, and exactly. The car was sliding into the racetrack, and they were collected by the Triple One Racing Epsilon Euskadi, and that was a massive, probably the most big crash we had during the race. Team RGPL was forced to retire. Triple One Racing continued, but this incident is still being investigated. We should come up with the final decision during this week, and of course we will post the official results from the 6 hours of Magny-Cours that took place last Saturday. Overall, it was a great race, I think. Of course, there were accidents, but that's a part of racing. I think the overall racing was very good between all the teams, and in the end, I think we had probably the best endurance racing we had so far on XtremeRPM.
Yeah. The marshals also were watching the race and giving penalties when they thought it was the correct decision.
Yeah, that's true. Me and Antti Hitianen were two of the live marshals during the race. We tried to review most of the incidents we could. Of course, during a race, we cannot see everything that goes on track. We try to review all the incidents and apply the penalties which we considered it had to be applied. But like I was saying, I think the race was very good, and we have a great championship going on. Of course, that round two is being already being discussed on the forums because of the date. We are trying to find a good date for all teams. It's not being easy at all, but we should come up with the decision until the end of the week, of course.
That's it. That's it. No, it's not that it from work. I'm pretty sure of that because Hugo didn't talk about that for 10 minutes. He talked about that for 5. But anyway, I was gonna say before we talked about endurance that I don't know if you guys know that starting grid is done in TeamSpeak and it's recorded by TeamSpeak. Not by TeamSpeak, using TeamSpeak. And usually we do without cutting or without making second time. So whatever we do on half an hour, it stays. Well, today Ugu decided to say cut on the first try, and I made a new rule for starting grid, which is we record every single minute of that half an hour that we do, and if we cock it up, which we do quite often, it stays on the air, and then I can on the edit mock about that, and you guys can laugh because mostly you laugh about the things I write on the video itself. But anyway, we have to move on. Oh, have you talked about everything on endurance? Are you sure?
Of course not, but I can say that we are trying to build a great event for the 24 hours of Le Mans. We are trying some things on the background. Of course, we are not going to say that in public, but we are trying to make this 24-hour race one of the best events XtremeRPM has seen.
And give some surprises to the drivers.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what we can do, and our biggest concern right now at the moment is to find a date that suits all teams.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it from endurance. I hope we have more 20 minutes. So we're going to talk about NLC, F1, and Mini and Nations. Mini challenges.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just before you go on, tomorrow, March 4th, the Porsche 919 hybrid will be presented in Geneva. That is for the real World Endurance Championship.
There you go. Hugo always on top of the news, and Porsche is going to present the 919 hybrid thing, LMP1 car tomorrow on Carnival Day. But anyway, moving on. I have to say the starting grid is brought to you by Trustmaster, and the headset I'm using is from them. I just received it today, and is badly configured. Well, I cannot configure it, but that's because I'm useless at this kind of thing. But anyway, from on the next race.
At least we are in agreement on something.
Yeah. On the next race, I think will be okay, which will be F1. Talking about NLC very quickly. Last Tuesday we had the last race of NLC, second edition. Mr. Nuno Pinto won one of the races. Or did you? Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did.
The first one. The second one you didn't. Because you crashed into someone. And that someone was Mr. Mirelli. But anyway.
Yeah, we were fighting for a position. Then I jumped. I jumped the curb. Then I touched him and I spun. That was it.
Yeah. What it shouldn't happened. It happened basically.
Yeah. We were fighting very close. It was until then a bit fair. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we started to push too much, I think. Then I crashed. I spun. I didn't crash. Actually, I just spun and then I finished P3.
Yeah. As for driver standings after the last round, Nuno Pinto won. He already had one on before the last round, but anyway, he won with 284 points. That's a lot of points for one guy. Mirella was second, Maciel was third, AJ was fourth, and Mr. Anti was fifth. With 117 points, less 167. That's a lot of point difference for Mr. Nuno Pinto. As for the teams, the misters from UK, AJ Racing won with 438, Lusitania MSR Pro. Lusitania MSR completed the podium. Pro Race Simulation, the first championship they do on XtremeRPM, and they are fourth. And then AJ Racing 2 with 71 points, less 367. That's a bigger difference between teams. So no, you guys won the championship, didn't won the teams. How was Hilario after this one?
To be honest, he wasn't very happy because the main goal for him and for us was to win the team's championship, and that didn't happen. So in the end, the only thing that came out of this championship was me winning the drivers' championship. So it wasn't very good for our team, but that's it.
Yeah. And you know that Hugo's gone quiet when we're talking about F1, and he's going to be quiet for more 5 minutes because we're going to talk about F1. And F1 had its first test race last week, basically. It was last week, wasn't it? Or was yesterday? Yes. Well, last week.
Yes, last week.
Sunday. First test race on Jerez in Spain, and I said this on Portuguese way. It should be correct. Should be correct. I don't know. Maybe. Nuno Pinto won the race. Nothing to worry about. Nothing different. Mr. Rui was second. I'm guessing is Rui
Ferreira.
Yeah. And Mr. Pedro Gomes was third, and then everyone else quitted or DNF'd. Wasn't it, Mr.
Basically, was that, I think. For what I remember, yes, lots of problems because the mod is new, so we have to adapt to the mod, to adapt to the tires, and they are a lot different compared to last year because in this year's mod tires last a lot less, so we have to control our pace.
Well, you have to do basically what the F1 boys are doing on fuel. This year, obviously. And the next race will be next Sunday, this week Sunday, on one of the
Fuji.
yeah, one of the tracks that I hate. But anyway, and it will be broadcasted. I hope we'll see via SimRace TV with me on the commentating seat with someone else that should be Mr. Mike, but unfortunately he doesn't have internet connection on it at his home. Almost didn't say that. Now we have to move on because we're getting out of time actually. Mini challenge, the new championship from XtremeRPM, and the man who is organizing the thing is with me is Mr. Nuno Pinto. He become from driver to admin in quite a few minutes. Mini challenge is just for people that never won on XtremeRPM.
Yes, exactly. We are trying to give some drivers the opportunity to win a race and try to feel happy as a driver and to accomplish something.
Yeah,
I think.
Saying
and to have
that,
fun, that's the most important thing, I think.
Yeah, saying that Mr. Hugo there wants to ban you because you're always winning, so that's a good manner.
Yeah, of course. I think that we should ban him for life from XtremeRPM.
Yeah.
Not just prevent him to race in one or another championship. Just ban the man.
Hugo is very vicious, man. He's a very violent man.
He doesn't
Oh, good. Did
kid
you
around.
have? Yeah. Did you have something to do with the Ukraine crisis? No.
No, unfortunately, we shouldn't. We have a crisis going on worldwide, and I think that it would be better if everything could be solved in a diplomatic way.
Okay, Mr. The aristocrat Hugo Nobre talking about politics. XtremeRPM Money Challenge. The guys that are already signed in are Robert Nienkamper, Jovica Dudukovic. That's a hard name to say. Well, not that hard. Fabio Ribeiro, Herman Kurdish. That's a hard name to say. Nicola Simic and
Kaizawa.
Kaizawa, because W, apparently you read V. Anyway, this is the six guys that yeah, that's correct. 6 guys that we have already signed in, and we need more. Obviously, we cannot have the races with 6 only. So we're waiting for your invitation. If you're not your sign in. If you never won, yeah. If you never won on XtremeRPM, just sign in and possibly
And have fun.
possibly you can win a race and have fun poking Ugo, not Ugo, Nuno, about you winning, and he's just watching you win. But anyway, moving on, we have to move to Nations Cup, and Ugo now is going to talk because he's the man in charge.
Yeah. Regarding the Nations Cup, just letting everyone know that slowly we are getting new registrations. Today we got Team Lithuania, which is very good. We invited them. They are they are an international community. We invited them last night, and today they registered for Team Lithuania. Of course, we are expecting a lot more nations to register in the coming days. So if you want a good championship starting on April, um, with races on Monday, not long races, like I said in the previous starting grid episode, um, per round we have 2 races, a sprint race of 25 minutes and a feature race of 45 minutes. It's good racing with nations fighting for the win. Come join us.
Yeah, I was going to say that we have 14 drivers sign in already for this championship. We have Team Brazil, Team Germany, Team Portugal, Team France, and Team Lithuania that, as Hugo said, registered themselves today. Hugo, what we are expecting from this BMW Formal, which is basically that.
It's a good mod. It's one of the best mods that arrived to R Factor a few years ago. It's one of the most used mods nowadays. I know that Race to Play, for example, uses that mod a lot. It's not that hard to race. It's very good a very good mod. It's lighter, so I think it will mean close racing between all the nations involved.
Yep. Mr. Nuno Pinto that is registered as Team Portugal. Oh, I shouldn't said that. Now nobody is gonna register it. Oh crap. Anyway, Mr. Nuno Pinto.
Why not? I think that if I was racing for another nation, I would want to register and beat the crap out of Nuno.
You hate Nuno. There's something against him. Bloody guy.
I'm just messing with him. But yeah, if I saw a good level of competition, I would sign up, of course. That's what this is all about. Good competition.
Exactly.
The bloody guy is a guest tonight, and he's attacking him. I can't control him. Anyway, moving on. I think that's it. That's a short starting grid. It's 25 minutes.
Yeah, maybe we should just say that the next races here at Extreme RPM will be next Sunday, March 9th, if I'm correct. It will be another test race of Formula One. And then we have, sorry,
Tick tock, tick
sorry.
tock.
Yeah, like I was saying, on March 9 we have the test race number 2 of Formula One at Fuji, and March 13, the first race of the Minis Championship at Vallelunga. Those are the two upcoming races here at Extreme RPM. So let's make the grids complete. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Nuno Pinto, thank you for your time today, because I know you've been testing some things out for Extreme RPM.
Exactly. Some new toys.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
We
That
shouldn't say
sounded
anything.
so badly.
What kind of toys? It's because the pervert mind of Hugo is thinking on something else.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. Thank you to Hugo for being with me another day.
Yeah, and we will see you on episode number 4.
Yeah, episode number 4 that will be aired hopefully on Monday. And I said last time that this one will be on Monday, but sorry, it'll be on Tuesday or Wednesday. So sorry about that. But I see you guys on the next episode from Starting Grid, or the next broadcast from Extreme RPM, which I hope will be the F1 test race. But if it's not, I see you soon. This is all from me, Hugo, Nobre, and Mr. Nuno Pinto. And I'm trying. No, I was trying to open TeamSpeak. From me again, Hugo, and it's all Extreme RPM TV.